Look, I added to the colour and movement of my Anzac Day by ducking into the pro-Palestinian camp at Sydney University. Here's a little reminder of the reaction I got from some of them there. I just want to have a chat to you. I want to find out about your protest and your cause. None of you want to talk?
You don't consent to being filmed.
Yeah, I'm not talking.
Yeah. You don't consent to being
Don't consent to being filmed.
Seriously, you've got a protest like this, right? Protest like this, and you don't want to be filmed or share your views. Is that right?
To be filmed by you.
Not to you.
Not to. All right. All right. You'll wait for the ABC to turn up, maybe
It's
SBS.
accessible online if you are particularly interested.
Anybody
It's
else,
not
really.
open for questions.
Just help me out. One question. Could you please show me where there is a poster or a sign that is calling for the release of hostages?
We have a meeting. Let's go to the meeting, guys.
Oh, it's just astonishing, Mark, to me. I mean, they've got a protest to promote their points of view, but they won't even talk about them. And it just strikes at the very core of my humanity to think that anybody could be addressing this issue and not having front and centre those poor hostages, some we hope still alive, still being held 6 months on.
Yeah, and it's really telling that they don't want to talk because. You know, I try and be progressive. A lot of the time. I try and not be the old man yelling at clouds. I don't want to be that guy. But there's something about this that really fires me up. And I think one, it's just incredibly ineffective. Two, it just seems like it's a weird import from the US to be going out there, and it just seems like a populous thing to be doing at the moment. Let's go camp out. Let's go do that. Let's go follow the herd. But third, it's screaming like uni used to be a place for people reading history. Now it's just a bunch of kids wanting to sit back and watch it repeat itself over and over again. It's really sad, and none of them have actually got a real argument for it. They just seem to be joining the group. And I think that's what I get really upset about is that there's just so much ideological rigidity there. There's no critical thinking. This is a university. This is what we were expecting of people.
Yeah, you're spot on.
You can't change their mind.
No, I mean that's why I could have gone down there with a TV cameraman and tried to interview people, but I thought no, I'll just wander down, just me and my iPhone, and see if anyone will chat. But Tim, they don't want to engage in the discussion, but perhaps because they'll be found out so quickly by the sorts of blatant hypocrisy and paradoxes that you've just pointed out.
Yeah, well, two things. I loved how when one of them was walking away from you, Chris, she said that she had a meeting to go to. That's a lie. That is flat out the biggest lie you've ever heard. The other thing is, well, this recalls for me back during the Iraq War. There was a protest in Australia, I think outside of Sydney somewhere, where a bunch of celebrity women who were against the war held a naked protest. And but then they deliberately didn't release the location because they didn't want to be photographed. So that's not a protest. That's not a protest. That's a shower.
Yeah,
and
it's a shower.
But this thing as well. We're all these. I mean, I know they're pro-Palestinian and everything, but are they getting all their tents from Paddy Palestine or something? What's the chain that's making all the cash out of all their camping gear that we saw earlier with the protests? That's got to be looked into.
Yeah, they'll be coming from the Socialist Alliance, I think. Now,